Hello, my name is Cirilis, and I'm going to be explaining how the supervisor access works in virtual roll call. So first, I'm going to log in as a supervisor of the system. And as soon as I log in, the default page where I will land is in the supervisor tab. So the first feature I'm going to show is the manage documents. In this menu, the supervisors can upload documents that the officers will be able to see. So when I'm gonna choose a file, and it's gonna bring me to the file explorer. I'm gonna select one that I have here as a demo. Document name will be test1, for example, and test1 description. The category will tell you in what folder the file will be in. For example, I can select the test category and I could select the file as bin. So I do upload and I see here that I have a new test file that it was uploaded by the current user, and that is pin, and that is going into category test. So when your officers go log in and go to the test category, they will be able to see the file in here. Also, when you upload a file, you are able to make a quiz. For example, let me upload another file. In this case, I'm going to do a picture. I'm going to put this one in the Shift A, and I'm going to open the quiz maker. So this will allow me to enter questions and the correct answers, and another kind of answers that will be some sort of multiple choice for the officers to be able to take the quiz. So I'm going to upload this second document, and I can see here that it's been uploaded. The next feature will be to manage the free text messages. Instead of uploading files, you can create messages, for example, test, and it will be test message. You can post the message. The next feature I'm going to show is the manage watch orders. Here we have two options. Either we add the watch order manually, field by field, or we can use the feature to batch add watch orders. I'm going to be using this feature, and we can download a sample CSV file, and we can see here all the fields. Just know that when you're adding watch orders using the CSV file, all fields are required. There could be no empty fields. So in this case, I'm going to add this file that I have prepped here. Once you find the file, you can parse it, and you can review by clicking on the edit button. I'm going to do that because I noticed that the expiration date is set in the past, so I'm actually going to update one of them. So expiration date, I'm going to choose, let's say, May 21st. Update. So I'm adding two watch orders. I'm going to click add, close this window, and if I go to the bottom, I'm going to see only one, which is the one that is active. All the watch orders that are already expired, or in other words, the expiration date is in the past, we're gonna see in this other menu, which is archived watch orders. Here you can review the details of the archived watch orders. The reason why we show only active watch orders in this grid is because these are the ones that the officers are gonna see in the map. Also, we can do this manually, so we can say robbery test. Set the expiration dates. Let's say I want a week. The time, we can leave it 24 hours or we can change it. The requester will be the name of the person calling. And if the emergency contact is the same person that is calling, you can just click in this checkbox and it will populate the information. The zone is optional, business name and the owner name are also optional. Here is just watch orders. You can put any instructions that you need and you can add it, and you can see how it was added in the system. At any point you can edit the watch order information, and you can also delete it as well. As I mentioned before, in the archived menu, it will give you a list of all watch orders which expiration date is in the past. The reset password feature is for the supervisor to be able to reset the password for any officer. Let's say the officer was locked out because they tried to log in 5 times in the system without being successful. So the officer can go in and reset the password. So as an example, reset, officer password was successfully updated. This is how it works. In the logs is a feature, is a reporting feature that we added for the officers. Here gives you a list of all the officers, also with the documents that are uploaded in the system and what the status is. It could be review, pending, or it could be done. It also tells you the duration that the officer had the document open. Let's say the officer opened it for 5 seconds. Here's going to give you that information, and then later on it opened it for 10 more seconds. It's going to add it to the previous 5. Once you can do sorting, ascending or descending. You can also hide the column, and you can export this report as a CSV file or as a PDF, and you can customize which columns you see by unchecking and checking these columns right here. Also, the supervisor is a super user, so the supervisor has access to see whatever the officer sees. So if we go into dashboard, the supervisor will also have access to the categories pertaining to his or her shift, and also access to the watch orders, but we will cover the officer access in a later video.